What if I told you that one of the most common and unnerving human experiences is rarely discussed openly, almost as if an unspoken agreement keeps it veiled? I'm talking about pareidolia, the phenomenon of seeing faces and patterns in inanimate objects. You've seen them, haven't you? That snarling face in the wood grain, the watchful eyes in an electrical outlet, or the distinct grin of a monster in the clouds. But why does a universal, often unsettling glitch in our perception fly so far under the radar? What might such a widespread yet unacknowledged aspect of human experience truly signal about our brains, or perhaps about the world we inhabit? To really grasp the eerie silence surrounding pareidolia, we have to journey into the very architecture of our brains. Imagine our primate ancestors millions of years ago navigating a world teeming with predators and threats. The ability to spot a lurking beast, even in the faintest outline, was a matter of life and death. Our brains, specifically the fusiform face area, evolved to become hyper-efficient face detectors. This neural circuitry is so finely tuned that it can pick out two spots on a line and instantly register a face. It's an evolutionary cheat code, a survival mechanism that prioritizes false positives over false negatives. Better to see a tiger in the bushes that isn't there than to miss the one that is. This ingrained instinct, while crucial for survival, now manifests in our modern world as seeing faces in spilled coffee, rust patterns, or the crumbliest piece of toast. It's a fundamental part of our visual processing, firing off signals long before our conscious mind has a chance to rationally analyze the input. This isn't just a quirk, it's a testament to how deeply ingrained and automatic our face recognition system truly is. And this inherent automation is precisely why, even today, when we encounter a particularly vivid pareidolia image, it can trigger an immediate, almost primal emotional response, bypassing logic and tapping directly into our fight or flight. It's that instant jolt of recognition, even when we know intellectually it's just a shadow or a stain, that makes pareidolia so compelling and, at times, deeply unsettling. But things take a darker turn when we consider how this fundamental glitch in perception escalates beyond a simple curiosity. It's one thing to notice a smiley face in a car's headlamps. It's quite another to repeatedly see a malevolent grin in the shadows of your bedroom, or despairing eyes in the peeling paint of an old asylum wall. This isn't just about our brains being overactive, it's about the unsettling implications. Historically, pareidolia has been the bedrock of countless superstitions and supernatural beliefs. Think of the ancient peoples who saw gods and mythological creatures in the constellations, a cosmic pareidolia that shaped entire cultures and mythologies. Or consider the whispered tales of haunted houses where fleeting glimpses of spectral faces in mirrors or windows were almost certainly highly convincing examples of pareidolia, amplified by fear and expectation. In medieval times, sightings of demonic countenances in church iconography or twisted faces in natural formations were taken as literal signs of evil, leading to widespread paranoia and sometimes brutal consequences. Artists throughout history have even used pareidolia knowingly, embedding hidden faces and figures into their work, playing on the viewer's subconscious. But what about the times it isn't so benign? What about the individuals who become convinced these illusory faces are communicating with them or are signs from another realm? The line between a fascinating psychological phenomenon and a disturbing delusion can become terrifyingly thin. We've seen instances where people claim to see specific figures, like the Virgin Mary in a grilled cheese sandwich or Jesus in a water stain. While often met with amusement for those experiencing it, the conviction can be profound. This isn't a collective delusion, it's an individual perception so potent it overrides rational thought. Perhaps we don't talk about pareidolia because admitting to seeing these things, especially the more unsettling ones, feels like admitting a vulnerability, a crack in our rational facade. It hints at a world where our senses betray us, where the ordinary can become extraordinary and terrifying in an instant. What they discovered next changed everything for many who considered these mere illusions. Consider the truly chilling cases where pareidolia doesn't just present a vague face, but a distinct recognizable entity, often with an eerie expression. Take the Mars face, for instance, a geological formation photographed by the Viking 1 orbiter in 1976. For years, conspiracy theorists and enthusiasts alike were convinced it was an artificial structure, an ancient monument left by an alien civilization. Even though later higher resolution images revealed it to be a natural mesa, the initial image, with its pronounced eyes and mouth, had an almost undeniable human quality, sparking decades of debate and fueling beliefs in extraterrestrial life. This wasn't just a simple facial recognition, it was an entire narrative projected onto a rock formation. Even more unsettling are the experiences of individuals who describe seeing specific, repeating faces in different objects in their daily lives, a particular grimace in a pattern on the wall, or a specific set of eyes in the folds of a curtain, often accompanied by a feeling of being watched. One anonymous online account described seeing the same gaunt, sorrowful face in everything from smudges on a window to reflections in dark glass, always with an expression of profound sadness, as if trapped within the surfaces. The individual grew increasingly disturbed, feeling a constant, unseen presence. Was this merely pareidolia, or did the brain, once primed to see this specific face, actively seek it out, reinforcing a deeply unsettling pattern? And what about the so-called electronic voice phenomena, or EVP, where static and noise are interpreted as coherent speech? While not strictly visual, it operates on a very similar principle: our brain's tendency to find pattern and meaning in randomness. Some claim to hear specific words or even full sentences from deceased loved ones in white noise, demonstrating how desperate our minds are to find connection, even where none exists. When pareidolia takes on a deeply personal or emotionally charged meaning, it transcends a simple anomaly and delves into the terrifying realm of subjective reality, where our own perceptions can become our greatest tormentor. To this day, we may never fully understand the depths of pareidolia's influence. It exists in a peculiar blind spot of our collective consciousness, acknowledged dismissively as a psychological curiosity, yet rarely interrogated for its profound implications. Perhaps we avoid talking about it because it forces us to confront the inherent fallibility of our own perceptions, challenging our very definition of reality. If our brains can effortlessly conjure faces and meaning from chaos, what else might we be misinterpreting or overlooking? What subtle, unsettling patterns are we missing because our hyper-vigilant face detectors are too busy seeing ghosts in the machine? The constant stream of images we encounter daily, from social media to advertising, means our brains are under an unprecedented assault of visual data, potentially sensitizing our pareidolia response even further. The truth is, pareidolia isn't just a fun oddity, it's a testament to the powerful, sometimes manipulative nature of our own minds. It's a quiet whisper from our ancient past, reminding us that the world we see is not always the world that is. And perhaps that's precisely why we prefer to keep it in the shadows, an unsettling secret in plain sight. If you want more mysteries like this, the next video explores the unsettling phenomenon of phantom sounds and what they might truly mean.